Hi everybody, we're here. I'm running late as usual. They should just make that my first name. Shari, late voices from the swamp.
It's
Hello,
been a
Miss
day,
Judy.
man.
How are you?
Oh my God. Same. It's been a day. um,
God, ain't
we're
that the truth?
having major leg issues, so I'm on my phone instead of my computer, hoping this will help. So, hi everybody. We'll
We're
see.
getting it together. My fault. I completely just spazzed on getting this set up. I meant to do it like a couple of days ago, and I got to looking and I thought, damn, I didn't even make thumbnails. I've been so wrapped up with tax crap that anyway,
But you got them done, right?
no, I'm not through.
Oh, you're not?
No, I'm like halfway through them. I was using the service that I've been using for the last couple of years, and I got down to the end, and their free tax filing was going to cost me $300, and I'm like, no, I don't think so. So I deleted everything, and then I went looked on IRS.gov for free tax filing sites, and I found one that did free federal and free state because anybody that you have to be an accountant to do Louisiana state taxes. It is
Mm-hmm.
a nightmare. Their tax thing is so convoluted that I've literally in the past when I've used an accountant to do taxes when they got to state, they're like, Jesus Christ, this is a mess. It's like, and it
I
just
won't
gets
do it.
worse every year.
I won't do my own taxes. I don't. I'm 100% certain that I would screw it up, and and it costs. I think it cost me $400 or $500 to do mine this year, and it was just
Well, I
basic
mean,
simple taxes.
normally I've been using a software program online for the last few years, and you just plug in
Mhm.
the numbers, download your scanned document, and presto bingo, they do everything for you. And this year they like charging all this money to do what they didn't charge for before. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm not paying that much money to file taxes that I'm going to owe on anyway, which is a first in a couple of years. I haven't had to pay taxes in a
Mm.
few years, and this year it looks like I'm going to have to pay taxes. So that's an ouchie right there. I wasn't expecting to have hit me, but it's the last few years I was able to claim my son as a dependent
Mm.
because he was on Medicaid, so he was considered handicapped. And so I was
Oh.
able to claim him since he lives in my house and I pay the bills. And this year he got kicked off of Medicaid like right at the beginning of the year. So he
Mm.
hasn't been medicated all this year, so I can't claim him anymore. So it's like I'm not getting money back this time around. I have to pay. So I guess what goes around comes around, right? Um,
Well, I wonder how many people are going to be are going to wake up with they're not on Medicaid, they're losing their SNAP benefits, they're all of their funding is going away, and so many of those recipients are Republican. I'm wondering if they're going to figure it out.
there's
You
going to be
know?
a bunch of them going to be figuring it out when their tax bill comes due. I mean,
Well,
because
that's just it. Yeah.
a lot of people, a lot of farmers and business owners
Mhm.
usually file for an extension to get that extra 4, 5, 6 months, whatever they qualify for, which I should probably go in and file an extension too. But
Yeah.
and so I think a lot of people are going to get a really rude awakening when the tax man cometh, um, especially since a lot of the deductions and stuff that Biden had put in place that was supposed to roll in and start taking effect this year. First thing the current occupant did when he got sworn in was do away
Got
with
rid of
all of them.
that. Yeah.
So there's a lot of people that are thinking they're going to get all this stuff that Biden said it's all set up, ready to roll 2026, and no,
Yep.
didn't happen. So there's gonna, and I'm sure they blame the Democrats for it, So
Yeah.
what else is new, right? So what you got coming up? While I scroll and make sure I can you
Um,
see the chat, or do I need to put the chat?
I just can see it, but since I'm on my phone and that's where my calendar is, I don't know.
What if I
I
do
don't
this?
think
Can you
much of
see it?
anything coming
Can
up
you see
except,
the chat if I do that?
well, I hit comments and I'm able to see the
Okay,
chat.
all right, then I'm not going to
So
worry with it.
yeah, that's all. But I can't get to my calendar. But coming up, not a lot. I'm doing. I have my Sunday general live that I do, and then Monday our fireside chat for members. And then I'm out of town for a few days because I'm going up to Seattle for a work thing because I'm getting a sales award thing. So I'll be up there for a few days. So
Congratulations.
yeah, thank you. So I'll be gone most of the week actually. Um, so
Well, it'll be a nice
it'll be
little
a quiet
breather for
week for
you.
me.
Hopefully, the world doesn't blow up before you come back.
Oh
So,
my God. Yeah. I may be up there like hiding away in the bathroom doing shorts. Oh my God.
there
What
are a lot of days
happened?
when I feel like doing like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, what are we going to do? Then
I
I
like
have to.
watch. This will be the week that F-45 takes a dirt nap.
Well, I know when I did my, when I got home from the doctor, I did my lunch break musings out on the patio, and which was kind of nice because I wasn't rushed. I wasn't on the clock for my lunch break, so I wasn't rushed
Right.
doing the reading. And I actually pulled like almost triple the amount of cards I normally pull. I just kind of kept going
Oh
because
yeah.
each card kept revealing something else, and I was like, oh, okay, wait a minute, let's keep going with this. And it was one of the subscribers who sent me a message and said, do you think you could ask, next time you do some readings, you could ask on this particular question? And I was like, well, I've always told everybody, if you have a question
Yeah.
you want me to do it on, let me know. I'm more than happy to do that. But it was a really good question, and I was like, I hadn't really thought about it that way. I don't quite know how that would work. Wait, where's my question at? I think
I did a show earlier today and covered some politics and stuff, and there's some really interesting cards coming out right now.
well, and her question was, did did we see the current occupant getting Congress to impeach Vance in order to get him out of office so he could pick Rubio to come into office? And I was like, well, now that's an interesting question, but legally, I don't know if he's allowed to do that. I don't know if, because if you just go by chain of command, if the vice president's out, the speaker moves in. Boom,
Yeah.
boom, and then they got to
Well, they're making
figure out
their
a
own
new
rules,
speaker.
but yeah.
Yeah.
Also, uh,
And I don't know if they would be comfortable
eh,
starting their own impeachment procedure against one of their top cabinet people, when
mhm.
that to me feels like it would just open the floodgates for all of it to come through, and they're going to all be out of a job. So that would be cool. And
I mean, yeah. But um, I mean, I believe, now I could be wrong because I haven't heard much on vice president impeachment, but I would imagine the same rules apply that there has to be, you know, extenuating circumstances and the probably in this case, the president and the cabinet all have to agree in order to enact the 25th Amendment, which normally it would be for the president. I don't know about the vice president,
yeah,
but I
I'm not
can't. But
sure.
again, if the vice president goes bye-bye, he doesn't, I don't know that there's anything in place. And that's the thing with Trump that he's been able to do is anything that's tradition but not law, he's been able to supersede. Is there a law where, I mean, can he replace his vice president? If something happens and he's incapacitated, like both of them get, whatever, something happens to both of them and they're incapacitated, then Johnson would step up. But I don't think they can just be fired. And if he does fire, if he can do that, because there's no law against it, which I have no idea. That's a constitutional scholar
Yeah,
question.
that's what I did. My
Then what?
reading was like this is a really interesting question because legally, I don't know exactly what they are and aren't allowed to do. Like that really matters to the orange buffoon, but
Sweet Pea just looked it up, said he can't replace the VP. Well, otherwise he would have replaced the last one, right? Because he didn't like that the last one didn't follow illegal orders. So
right. I mean, I would think, and I said that in my reading. I said, I would think that if they, if he managed to get Vance impeached and removed from office, what's to protect him from not getting thrown out too?
oh
Because
well.
they're connected at the hip.
I mean,
But
all rats leave a
it's
sinking ship, and they're all turning on each other right
oh
now.
yeah,
The whole
big time.
energy is like it's just black
It's a
swirling
whirling
mess
dervish,
right
as
now.
they like to say. Yeah, it's craziness.
It's horrible.
But that's what I read on at lunchtime, and I was like,
Huh.
it's an interesting question.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know legally what they are or aren't allowed to do. I said, and I don't think that if he managed to get the VP out of office, I said, I don't think he can just plug in whoever he wants.
Yeah.
I think there's got to be contingencies for that to prevent that very thing from happening.
Well,
Um,
again, that's one of those things of so many of the things that he's doing we assumed were law, but they were just tradition. And then that's
right.
how he's
Yeah.
been
A
able to get
gentleman's
away with so
agreement
much.
that everybody shook hands on and said, well, we won't go
Mhm.
over this line.
Back when there were ethics and morals.
Right.
Somewhat.
Exactly.
Somewhat. Yeah, when your word meant something and both sides genuinely actually worked for the people, that doesn't happen anymore. Now everybody works for the corporations and the money. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. No, he can't replace the VP. Just looked it up. Okay. Thanks, sweet pea.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah, I just it was like when I was sent the question, Pam B was the one that sent it to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at it and I thought, that's a really interesting concept, how,
Mm-hmm.
and I was looking at it just from the legal point of view, and then I said, okay, well, let's just see what spirit says about it. And even that was really kind of chaotic. It was like I'd get two or three cards where it was like, yeah, they're going to be all gone to, well, then maybe they can do this and this and this. And so I was like, I kept drawing cards because the first batch I drew, it was like, I'm not getting a definitive answer one way or the other on this. So let's keep
So
going.
here's a question. What if, and I'm not condoning anything, I'm just curious, what if the vice president, um, for whatever reason, takes a dirt nap, right?
Yeah, I would
Before the
imagine
president. And in that case,
there would have to
is
be
the
some kind of
president
protocol for
able
that.
to install his own, or does Mikey J just end up accelerating?
Yeah, it's like I don't know if that's something like if the VP was to just up and go, and
Right,
he's out for
right.
the count.
Fall out a
I don't
first story
know.
window, for example.
Yeah, I mean, legally, I don't know if the president can then just go in and say, okay, well, I want to put so and so in his place,
See, I think he
or
can in
if
that case
they
because
would have to
obviously
have a special election for that, or would Congress pick that person to go in there, or
that's a good AI
how?
question.
It's like, well, how would that work exactly? Um,
I
and
don't
so
know.
I kind of brought up some of the legal aspects of, well, what if, and I'm not sure if it's that. And so I decided, well, I'm not going to spend this time looking everything up, you
Yeah.
know, on
Well, if
chat
anybody,
GPT or AI. I figured, okay, well, I'll just get a spiritual take on it. And it was
very interesting.
it was, it was interesting cards. I got some really interesting cards on it that were sort of kind of
Well, so
leaning one
curious.
way and then it would start leaning the other way and then it would go back. And I was like, all right, even spirit
Yeah.
can't make its mind what's going to happen.
So curious asked, how did the process work to get Ford after Nixon? That was different because Nixon resigned in lieu of being impeached, and then subsequently got pardoned as a part of the deal of him resigning. Then that automatically elevated the vice president to president, and he then could pick his own vice president. But this is different. That's replacing a president to replace a vice president.
Yeah,
If,
I'm not
say,
sure how
for
that works.
example, one really wanted to and was well connected with, say, Russia and the mob, for example, and said VP happened to take a dirt nap in advance, fall down some stairs, get buried on a golf course, whatever, things happen.
Yeah,
If that happened,
there's a lot
I
of first floor windows
a
people can
lot of
fall
first
out
floor
of.
windows. Yeah, yeah. I believe in that case he could pick his replacement, because that's different. That's not just firing him. That's taking a dirt nap, which is different.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't think they've actually gotten to the point where they're willing to just pew pew and get rid of whoever's in the way. However,
I wouldn't put
I
it past
wouldn't
him.
put it past him.
I mean, he's
It
likely responsible for CK, and I mean, and his ex-wife, and many of the survivor, or not survivors, victims on Epps Island, and I mean, it's definitely not beyond him. He's certainly
yeah,
threatened.
so I just wasn't sure how that worked, but it was a really good question, and that's what
Yeah, that
I
is.
told Pam. I said, that's more of a Google question than it is a.
Yeah, that's
Even
interesting.
spirit was like kind of all over the place, like, well,
Hmm.
this, that, and the other, but it I don't know. It was a weird reading. I just went with it. Y'all have to go watch it and see for yourself.
Yeah, I will. That's
But
interesting.
but it
And then
was
with all the new moon energy, new moon in Aries, and I watched. By the way, I watched your well, you said Sabrina's video. I got Aries Warrior Queen. That was hilarious.
yeah, it was a lot of it. Mainly, I just sit and look pretty for her, and Sabrina was doing all the heavy lifting on the astrology stuff because I don't have a clue. Um,
I am not your astrology gal. That's what
Yeah,
Sabrina's
no,
for.
that's me. It's like I will invite all the astrology people on that you want to hear
Me too.
and let them talk to you about it, but don't ask me because I don't know. Um,
Yeah, I've learned a lot by listening to Sabrina, though. It's been interesting.
well,
I
yeah, I mean, this is Sabrina, and of course, Colleen, the cool crone. She did a full natal chart for me a few years ago, and explained a lot of it. And I was like, oh wow, okay. And I still go back every now and again and rewatch it, and
Oh
I'll
yeah,
pick up something new that kind of fits where I'm at right now. And it's like, oh, that's
yeah.
interesting that was there. And then Diana
Mhm.
Bowles, oil painter, who does astrology and stuff, and she's done a chart for me, and like did up some charts to try to break it down because it's like I look at the chart and I'm good with the signs, okay, and then I understand there are the houses that go around that, so different things pertain to which house it's under. I said, but then they start getting into degrees and sextants and
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like They start getting into that stuff, and I'm like, okay, I'm gone.
Yeah.
You done lost
I
me.
still don't know like where these extra planets come from. I don't even know what's. I mean, okay, Chiron's the wounded healer, but what's Chiron and how did it get in our solar system? Is it a moon? Is it a planet? I don't know what it is. Why
I
is it important? Like
I
those, like I
honestly
have no
don't
idea.
know. And there's like the north nodes and the south nodes, and I'm like,
Oh
okay,
yeah, you lose me
y'all
at
are
that.
really effing with my mind right now. I'm totally lost when we start talking their astrology talk. It's
Yeah,
interesting to watch, but I don't understand any of it. So
yeah, I know. It's me too. Like I'm barely hanging on. Like when
yeah,
Sabrina
so it's
comes on my
like
show, I end up
yeah,
asking all these questions.
exactly. It's like okay, and then I know tomorrow is new moon in Aries, and it's supposed to be really,
Mhm.
really, really powerful new moon, and
Yeah,
we have like over 10 planets
yeah.
that are lined up,
Super
boom, boom, boom,
Aries.
boom, boom, right in a straight line with that. And I'm like, okay, that doesn't look normal. And
No.
everybody I've talked to about it that does astrology is like, yeah, no, that's not normal.
It's
That's
like the first time in 1,000 years or something that we've been
so,
even
yeah. I
remotely
mean,
like
there's some
this.
stuff happening there that hasn't happened in hundreds, some thousands of years. It's
Thousands.
like
Yeah.
that's kind of scary.
Well,
Um,
what's funny is I, I may or may not feel like if there's a full moon or like usually that stuff doesn't phase me a whole lot. But I'm telling you, when everything got into Aries, I felt it this time. But for me, because I'm Aries, it was like I could finally take a deep breath. Thank God. Oh, I get oxygen. This is so great. And
well, and
everybody
I'm
around me is
Aries
going,
rising.
"What the hell?"
It's like, I mean, I'm a Gemini sun and an Aquarius moon, but I'm an Aries rising.
Oh, see,
And
see, you're
so
digging
it's
it.
like, I've been feeling a lot of this
Yeah,
extra stuff. It's like, where is this coming from? And then
yeah,
I
I'm
was
liking
talking
it.
with somebody that does astrology, and they were like, oh, yeah, as you Aries rising, and they started going into everything. I'm like, oh, okay, well.
Yeah,
So
now we're talking.
tomorrow is supposed to be like a super duper 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 powerful day for manifesting
Manifesting. Hmm.
and setting. Sabrina on the show we did last night, she actually showed how to make an altar
Yeah, yeah,
for
that
it,
was
how to
cool.
set it out with the colors and the nodes, how to put
I
things.
just
And I was
don't
like,
know that
oh,
I'm that dedicated, though. I'm like, that's a
yeah,
lot of
I was
work. I
like,
think I just want to set my intentions and call it good.
exactly. And
I'm
something
like,
that
that's
I did
that's an awful lot of work.
that I did several years ago that I've been doing ever since is I went out and bought like these great big giant bay leaves.
Uh huh.
And I was told, write your intention on the bay leaf
Oh, and
and
then
then
burn them.
burn it. And
Yeah,
so it's not only the power of the bay leaf, but it's setting that intention in a
to the
different
universe.
way. And I'm like, oh, interesting. So I've got quite a few leaves here that I can use because I went and bought it like with the great big leaves. Would you
Mm-hmm.
get behind there? Ay, ay, ay. Turn around and like trying to crawl up through the middle of stuff. Um, so yeah, it's tomorrow's going to be powerful, y'all. So just be
Mm-hmm.
prepared,
So
whatever happens.
Edward, kind of backtracking a little bit, Edward said if the vice president dies, the president nominates a new vice president who must be confirmed by a majority vote in
Majority
both the
vote in
houses
both
of
houses. Okay.
Congress.
I
So,
figured that the Congress, the House and the
yeah,
Senate
had
would
to.
have to
But
weigh
you
into
know
that.
that, I mean, they all do whatever F-45 wants to do anyway. And then, hold on, where was this other one? Hold on. Hey, Little Eagle. Oh, thank you.
Hey,
Appreciate
Jeffro, I
you.
haven't seen you in a while. I feel like
Uh,
everyone should just brace themselves for the
oh, yeah,
cheese and
that's what I
totally
was trying
fly
to
off the
find.
cracker.
That is awesome. I love that.
That's great, Jeffro. That's great. Jeffro up and showed up in my chats, I don't know, several months back, and I was like, Well, that's a really southern name, Jeffro. You don't
Jeffro.
hear that unless you're talking about the Clampetts, and the Beverly Hillbillies. Um, I was like, wow, Jeffro, that kind of caught my attention. And it wasn't even on my channel. I was a guest on somebody else's channel and he showed up in the chat. And I was like, oh, interesting, because he was saying stuff, and I'm like, well, yeah, that's kind of how we do things down here in the South.
Are
So it's
you
like,
guys like neighbors or something?
okay, so you must be a Southerner.
Is he?
And I'm assuming so. I
Oh, he
believe it.
says he's from East Tennessee.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
You're kind of
Yeah,
neighbors.
that's right. Hill country. That's what he told me. He was from Hill country. So,
All
um,
right.
and he's been hanging in and out of all of our chats ever since. So I was like, wow,
That's
uh,
cool.
not every
Well,
day you
speaking
meet
of
somebody
that,
called Jeffro.
I put the link to the show on my post. So I don't know. I think probably most people are already on both channels. But if you're not, please like and share and subscribe both directions.
Please, please, please.
Sherry's and mine.
And the link for Judy's channel is in the description box below. Um, I just literally didn't get the link and the thumbnail made until like 10 minutes before showtime when I realized, well,
I'm like,
what
I
did I
don't
do
have
with
my
the
link
link? I
yet,
could have sworn
Sherry.
I set the link.
She's like, oh, totally forgot about that.
Taxes
I've
are
totally
killing
done
me,
that
man.
before. It's like, oh,
It's
oops.
like, ooh, it's going to be a tough one.
But we made it. We did it.
Yeah, well, I'm not through yet.
Dolly Parton country. I have a coffee mug that says, what would Dolly do? My son got it for me.
Oh, there you go.
And it's a big one. I love it. I use it for tea usually.
Yeah, I love Dolly. I've always loved Dolly for as long as I can remember. I grew up listening to her. That
I
woman
guess
is a national
F45 was picking
treasure.
on her recently too. And she was like, whatever, go suck it, buddy.
Yeah, I
She
mean,
was nicer about it, but yeah, basically.
it's like I kind of hope they come up with a way of preserving her forever so that she doesn't leave us.
No.
There's very few people that I've seen that are celebrities that it's like, don't let them go anytime soon, please. Let's keep them around a little bit longer.
I
Um,
know.
but
Seriously. We need the good ones to stay.
exactly. And she's
Yes.
done so many good things over the
She
years. I
really
mean,
does.
from the
She
reading
really.
libraries, the books for kids. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they send out millions upon millions of books to preschool and, like, I think up to second or third grade level. From pre-K to second or third grade level, I think is the age limit on the books where kids, they sign up and they get free books, and which I thought was a fabulous thing. Of course,
Mm-hmm.
she built Dollywood so that she basically could
Yeah.
put everybody in her hometown that she grew up with to work. So it's like we
Oh,
all work for her
she's
now.
just such a wonderful soul. I wish, we need more
Yeah,
people
I
like her.
mean, I really felt for her when her husband passed
Mm.
earlier in the year. It was like,
Oh, I
you don't
didn't hear about that.
spend 60 years with somebody and it not affect you. I mean, they were married a long time. So, uh, and I know that when she first went to Nashville, she went with an uncle who
Mm.
was in the radio business. He worked for a station or something. And it was like her first week there. She hadn't even really talked to anybody yet. She was trying to get her stuff together. And she went to the laundromat around the corner from where she was staying to go wash her clothes. That's how she met her husband. He
Really?
pulled up in front of
Oh
the
my
laundromat.
gosh.
He saw her, got out of his car, and went up and started talking to her. And within like a couple of months, they were married. I mean,
Wow, I never
and
heard that. That is
it was
fabulous.
that
I love
fast.
that.
And Carl,
Jeffro
Carl,
says she just recently took over the children's hospital in Knoxville.
yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
That's cool.
When COVID hit, she gave like over $1 million
The
of her
wishy-washy laundromat, he says. He
the
knows all the
wishy-washy
facts.
laundromat. That's right. I remember hearing her say that. Um, But I always thought it was so cool that the first guy she met when she went to Nashville was this guy that was like a used car salesman. That's what he did. He was in the
Is
car
that what
sales
he did?
business, and he pulled up in this car and saw her, standing there at the laundromat, and it was love at first sight, according to both of them. I mean, and he was not interested in being Mr. Parton and hanging out on her arm. He didn't want anything to do with it. He was like, "That's your business. That's your thing. You do what you think you need to
Love
do,
it.
and I'm gonna do what I do." And
Love it.
you could probably count on one hand the times that they ever appeared anywhere, like in kind of big public function, where they
Yeah,
would
I've
go.
never seen him.
There, you could count on one hand the time that it ever happened. It was usually
Wow.
something really, really big and important, but usually she would go with whoever the co-star of the movie she was working on, or album she was working on, and that's who she would go with. And he was like totally cool with that, did his own thing, she did hers. And so I always thought that's a really stable relationship.
That's the way it should
You know,
be,
and
honestly.
and I know I've seen interviews where she talked about, when she wasn't working, that they would get in their little Winnebago, and no makeup, no hair, just looked like her real self with him, and they would hit the roads and just go travel around and go hang out different places they could go park their Winnebago, and that's how they enjoyed themselves. I was like,
That's
that's
funny. I
great.
was just thinking he's probably one of the few people that's actually seen her without a wig.
Exactly.
Does she does she name her wigs? Do they each have a name?
I have no idea, but it wouldn't surprise me if most people who have a lot of wigs name them,
I know.
uh, just because it makes it easier for your stylist to say, "Go get the Judy out of the back room. Go. I want the Sherry today. Go bring that one in." So,
That's
um,
what's that show? Oh God, what is it? Where she has she recently passed away, but she starred on there and she had all her wigs. What is that show? Uh they were wealthy and then they lost everything, but they owned this podunk little town, and they lived in the hotel. Oh, what is the name of
Shit's
it?
Creek.
Yes, yes.
Shit's Creek.
And
Thank you,
she had
Jeffro.
all her wigs, and they all had names. I love that. That's what she saved out of everything. All her wigs.
Oh, hey, priorities, right?
I mean, hey.
I know when Dolly went to do like her first movie, a lot of people were making fun about, well, what do what she thinks she's doing? She's not an actress, she's a musician. Well, she shut that down real quick
Hmm.
and showed that she was quite adept at being an actress. Um,
Yeah, she really has more talent and humanity, which the combination of both together is so rare. And she has more in her little pinky than most people do.
and she is a huge supporter of drag queens and the
Yes,
LGBTQ
love
community,
that.
because her persona is one of their favorite ways to dress up with a lot of
Yeah.
drag queens, because
Yep.
how can you not? Right, right.
I
And
mean, it's
she
basically what
will
she's
go to
doing. She's
shows,
getting
and
all literally dolled up.
yeah, she'll go to shows, some of the big shows or something. If there's one in an area where she's at, she'll go sneak in and
I
go
love
watch the ones that are imitating her, and give them all a big thrill, I'm sure. So um, she's a real blessing. She really is.
I still
Um,
think we all need to go visit Miss Tarot D, and all of us get all dolled up and do a show. I
oh,
think
that's
that
what
would
she
be
and
so
I've been talking
fabulous.
about forever. About
I would
as soon
love
as I
that.
can get up to the Bronx to go see her, then she's going to have Hector do me up all with the makeup and the wig, and then we're gonna go out and stroll.
I love it. I want to
This
play.
full drag queen persona. I'm like, I am in like Flynn, 100%.
Me too.
So one of these days we're gonna be, yeah, we can get a group of us. We'll all go up there together, and
Oh
that would be
yeah,
so much fun.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but
Somebody's asking why are we discussing Polly? Because we squirreled. Because I think I mentioned that F-45 insulted her and she didn't give a rip, and then we squirreled on how amazing Dolly
that's
is.
right. We just, there's so much crap happening. Let's start the day with something happy.
'Cause- oh
She
my
wears
gosh,
a
Dolly
size
wears a
five
size
shoe.
5 shoe. She had some of her
Holy
costumes on
moly.
display at Belmont University in Nashville. Oh my gosh, that's so tiny.
I can't. Well, she's what I've heard. She's a very tiny, petite woman.
She is. It's just her badonkadonks that aren't.
Yeah,
Like everything grew there.
yeah. It's like everything came out in that department. So,
Oh my goodness. But her personality and her humanity and her love is just off the
it's
charts.
yeah, off.
Love it.
Yeah. If you want a picture of what a good Christian is, you look at
A
her.
good
You know,
human. Let's just say a good human.
just a good humanitarian, just
Yes.
a good human.
Yeah.
Uh, I know people have asked her over the years, did she ever feel bad that she didn't have children of her own? And she said no. She says they had realized at an early stage of their marriage that that just wasn't in the cards for them. So
And good for
I
them
don't
for
know if there was a
recognizing that.
medical reason for that or if it was just a thing that they decided.
They had
But
their
then she came
careers.
back, she said, but she said, I think I didn't have children of my own, so I would be there for all the other kids that needed someone to take care of them.
Yeah.
And so, it's like, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So,
That's cool. Love
uh,
it. Um,
Jeff
yeah,
goes, we
sometimes
need
when the
Molly to
politics is
balance out
rough,
the crap show.
yeah, seriously. Well, sometimes when it's just a rough politics time, I'll get my "What would Dolly do" mug and just hold it up. 'Cause
Yeah, I keep saying, and of course she's
honestly,
got new merch now, her own makeup line and clothing line and
oh, does she?
perfume line, and it's like I can't afford it, but I
Yeah.
love some of her butterfly stuff she's got.
Oh.
Um, so I guess let's go to some questions. We've been yakking long enough here.
Uh, yeah.
Yeah,
So Aunt B says, yeah, controls about 30% of trade now. Yeah, they've been working on that for a while. Ever
yeah,
since F-45 started pissing everybody off and doing tariffs and making enemies of all of our allies and everything else, people started going to China, and China is like, hey, everybody, we're here. Let's do it. I mean,
exactly.
Canada's gone to China, Australia's gone to China, a lot of the European countries have gone to China, and quite frankly, I don't blame them because the United States has done nothing but piss everybody off. So, yeah,
And screw them over. Yeah. So
yeah,
I can say as
yeah.
I
They've been working on that ever since the tariffs, and they've been hot negotiating with every country. So,
oh,
absolutely.
he has done so much damage to this country.
It's going to take us years
It's a
to
generation.
rebuild.
Some things it's going to take generations to get past. But
Well, yeah,
and for
but
those of you who noticed the ticker scrolling along the bottom there, Scott Scorpio Sun Tarot is a little bit of a financial burden at the moment and currently looking for work. So a couple of folks got together. They started a GoFundMe page for him. So if you got a couple of bucks that you can go swing his way, $5, $10, whatever you got spare in your pocket, go give him a few bucks and just make yourself feel good for the day. You did your good deed for the day. So
and
um,
also he's looking for a place that will hire him for remote work. If
Yeah.
you know anybody and can connect him with anyone that he might be able to find work, he's been looking for work for several months and hasn't been able to find anything. So if you know anybody you can connect him with that's hiring that would be available for remote work, please either let us know, we can pass it along, or let him know directly.
Exactly. I know there's a financial advisor on YouTube, and I can't think of her name off the top of my head right now, but she usually about once a week she'll put out a video on current remote work jobs and stuff like that for people to work from home. And so I sent him her link and I said, go check this out. There might be something in the mix. A couple of times a week she posts a video that talks about, jobs that, like remote view jobs. So I
Yeah.
said, you never know when something might jump right out at you. And
Yep.
that's the thing. So I sent
And
him
be
that.
it be corrected. I think I took what she was saying incorrectly. She said that's not what I mean. China has blocked the shipping lanes yesterday because Trump blocked China's ships. This means global trade can't pass through the shipping lanes, just like Iran controls the oil. Yeah, I have heard about that, and that's the concern right now. What That's sending everybody into a tizzy because if they get it under control fairly rapidly, it's correctable. If they do not, then that can mean global recession and or
Yeah,
worse.
because stop and think about it. If they shut off that strait, if they keep it shut off, then people have to go all the way around Africa and come
Yeah.
back up the other side. And you think things are expensive now with tariffs?
Oh,
Wait until it takes an extra 3 or 4 months
yeah.
to
Yeah.
travel through really, really rough seas to get there. I know two of our destroyers tried to go through the strait earlier in the week, and Iran just flat said, no, turn around.
Mhm.
You can't go through.
Yeah.
And, and so it's like, yeah, these people aren't playing. I mean, these are
No.
very, very proud people, very, very loyal. Uh,
Well, and his hubris doesn't affect
and
them. They've dealt with so much worse than him. He's a child in their eyes. He's just this little
yeah, I
toddler.
mean,
And if you have not seen the Lego videos, oh my God, go watch them. They are hilarious. And the one on Keg's breath, by far the best video I've seen probably ever.
oh, I'm going to have to go look for that one. I've been
Fantastic.
trying to catch all the Lego ones that are on Netflix now.
Most of them are like, okay, that's amusing, but the one they did on Cake's Breath, I mean, that's Chef's kiss. That was
Oh,
amazing.
Jeff, I'm gonna definitely have to go look at that one. Um,
KKL says Orange Turd never intended to help anyone but himself. Well, yes, yeah, we know that he played the masses big times. Yeah, I mean, this is the most money he's ever made in his entire life. And but what he does with every business he's ever had, he literally bankrupts everything, and we are no exception. And which is exactly what Putin wanted, because we all know he's an agent of Putin also. But Putin didn't ever
yeah,
want to take us over. He wanted us to fight amongst ourselves and crumble and die. And so far that's what they're trying to do. The kicker though is that we are a republic. And so you taking over, we're like 50 countries within one country. We're all independent. We're the United Independent States that
right.
unite. And so it's a much more difficult task than literally taking over any other country in the world. So, um, oh, Ruby Moon says, check out the fake Jesus Lego video. I haven't seen that one. I saw they released it today, but I haven't watched it yet. Oh my
Yeah,
God, I
I
love
don't
it.
think I've seen that
They
one
took
yet.
good
But
notes from Newsom.
there's one. Well, there was the one that he posted where he's supposedly Jesus, and he's like
Oh
got his
God,
hands
he's
on
such an
Jeffrey
embarrassment.
Epstein, like he's bringing him back to life, I guess, or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I saw the other one that people have been talking about. I finally saw today, one where he starts out as Jesus, and then he like makes some moves
Turns
and
to a doctor.
the tunic aside, and he becomes this Red Cross doctor slash morphs into super, makes Dolly Parton look flat chested, this super duper duper busty sexy nurse thing, with Trump's face, where he then proceeds to jump and bounce around, and he's got everything bouncing and going, and I'm like, oh my holy Lord. And these people think that that's cool. That's what baffles my mind. It's like, how do you look at that and think that's my man? It's like, really?
It's so sad. So my um I'm adopted, and I found my birth parents a long time ago. I don't have a relationship with them, but I found them. But my birth mother had three other girls, and one of them I have met, and we communicate. And our birth mother, um, she is so mega, and she came from Idaho, southern Idaho. So there you go. And just like her, she was attacking my sister, like, and got all her Idaho friends to sit and attack her on Facebook and belittling her, and like, what are you doing? Like, really, what are you? And it's so appalling to me that they're so childish and yet claim to be so pious and so Christian and so,
Right. Yeah. It's
and
like
it's just they're
Mean
just these
Girls on
horrible
steroids.
people.
Yeah. It's like watching Mean Girls on steroids.
It
It's like,
is
it's like,
totally.
really? That's your guy.
Yeah,
That's who you're going to
I know.
support. That's your, oh, thank you, Pam. Pam's the one that sent me the question. Um,
Oh, okay.
and so, thank you very much for that. Um, I did it for the lunch break musings today, Pam. So you can go see my attempt to make sense out of it.
Hold on,
Um,
I wasn't intending to use my phone, and now it's almost out of battery. So hold on a second. I have to find a plug-in.
that's okay.
Oh
Uh,
my god.
okay, Aaron, the hairstylist. My birth mother was in some Daughters of the Confederate or something. Yeah, my family line. We
Oh,
are we are legally in the Daughters of the American Revolution because we've had family trace back to there. We're also in the Daughters of the, not the, they didn't call it the civil rights, but the Daughters of the Confederacy or something like that, as well as the Daughters of the Yellow Rose of Texas, because we have traced back, we have going back a couple of generations, a family member who was one of the original 500 landowners in Texas when they opened up Texas for people to get land. And so I thought, well, that's kind of cool. I got all of these relatives that supposedly these rich people, but I never seen any of them. Yeah,
yeah.
I would know them from Adam. So
Yeah, I lucked out. That's all I got to say. I mean, even though I was raised in a Republican family, I would say I love my parents. They're well, they vote Republican. They also recognize that F-45 is absolutely insane. So they're not Meg. They're like, and they're very confused right now. So
exactly. I mean, there
yeah.
are some days when I just sit and just like I'm so embarrassed. I don't want to tell anybody I'm from America right now, you know.
Oh my God, I know. I'm like, I have people
And
that are like, well, I have clients at work that from Canada that they would not let in the United States because they're Canadian citizens, but they're of Iranian descent, and they were coming down to do business because they were my clients. They would not let them cross the border.
yeah, yeah, well,
And
we've
I'm just
got,
talking to him going, I don't even know what to say. I am so
yeah,
sorry.
we've got
And he's like, well,
students.
honestly, right now, I don't know that we want to come there. I said, I wouldn't. I,
Yeah,
I
I
wouldn't.
mean, we've
Don't
got
do it.
students from around the world. We've got Iranian students and Turkey students, and the UAE students and Indian students and Chinese students. Just about anywhere in all of that part of the world, we've got students in our department, especially our grad school in computer science, that are there. And it's like, y'all realize you're picking on the students who come to this country to get their education. And then you're going to do this crap and piss them off, and they're going to go back home. Who do you think they're going to take it out on? It was last year. We had a student who was like a week and a half before he gave his final dissertation for graduation, and his father up and suddenly died.
Mm,
And he was freaked out because his family was telling him, don't come home because you may not be able to go back and get your degree and finish the last 2 weeks of school and get your degree. And so he had to make this really difficult choice of, do I go home and be with my family
yeah.
to honor my dad, or do I stay for the additional 2 to 3 weeks to finish everything up and walk across the stage and get my PhD degree,
Hmm.
and it's like, that's a horrible decision to have to try to
Yeah.
make. Nobody should be forced to have to make that kind of decision.
Yeah.
Um, and he wound up staying. I mean, I know there have been several students, especially last year, who would pop in and, well, I'm thinking about maybe I shouldn't go home for the spring break or summer vacation or whatever because they're terrified they're not going to be let back in the country. And I'm
Hmm.
like, you can stay put. I said, stay put. I said, unless you're willing to transfer to another university in another country that's going to, let you travel back and forth. I said, that's something y'all have to really think on. And it's like,
Yeah.
that's a hard decision to have to make. And
There's a lot of that going around, but I don't know. It's now what kills me. So somebody wants us to throw cards on possible Donnie dementia impeachment because of the Dr. Jesus thing. What kills me about that is it feels very hollow to me. Like this is very fake outrage. I mean, remember the first term when he held the Bible upside down, and this was after he literally told the military to shoot the protesters and they said no.
right,
And all of the other garbage he does, and his all of the rapes and all of the sexual assaults, and the he has yet to be convicted of murder, but I'm sure that's coming. And and this is your last straw. Like he's this isn't the first time he's depicted
this is
himself
the
as
man you want
Jesus.
to go die on a hill for.
Well, and it's not the first
Really?
time he's done it. So the fact that all of a sudden they're upset tells me they've been waiting for, okay, let's just wait for him to do something so we can manufacture outrage, and this is our reason to take him out. It's
Yep.
because it's manufactured outrage. It feels so fake to me energetically that I don't know. But yeah, I think they're creating it as a reason to be able to take him out if they need to. I would buy that. So, but yeah, we can. I mean, do you want to throw cards on that and
Yeah,
see
let's
if
do that. You want to do it on that last question there? Uh,
yeah, let's do it. And I don't have a plug-in for my phone, so probably, and we've been an hour anyway. So we'll do this and
yeah,
then
we're good. We're
wrap
good.
it up.
Uh,
But yeah,
I can hang for a little bit longer. I gotta go run grab me a soda or something because
okay.
my mouth is like feels like it's from the desert.
I'm gonna pull out a different deck here.
I normally don't drink soda this late at night, but I'm starting to droop, so I need the caffeine kick on top of it.
Uh, I I was
And I forgot
recycling
to make iced
cans
tea
a
today,
little bit
so
earlier, and I'm like, man, I just want a big old soda. So I drove through and got myself a big old soda. That's what I've been
right.
sucking
And
on.
I mean, I forgot to make iced tea earlier, and then I've been in and out the doctors all day, so
Yeah.
I didn't really get a chance to do anything there. So
All right. Well, let's see what we get. So is this going to be the fake outrage they choose to try to take him out?
oh,
Well, and then Schumer and Dems have introduced a bill to basically, if you're unfit, we want you checked, right? So they're really pushing that right now. So,
all right. Well, you want me to go, or are you ready?
oh, go ahead. I'm a shuffler. I got a
All
shuffle.
right. First thing I got was prepare, stock up.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I think that kind of goes across the board for anything.
yeah. Right now,
And then I got rockets and SpaceX. So we're talking about the Muskrat Man, who he's kind of been missing from action for quite a while now. And so I'm wondering if they're holding him in reserve until we get closer to election times to see if they can get him back in and do his wonderful magic. And then I get unresolvable differences and power shift. So this is another thing that they're going to try to pull, is this trying to pull a power shift on them and get some of these differences that are unresolved to get them taken care of. And then I got the Four of Swords. So this is, anxiety, stress, no sleep. Um, you're trying to rest, but rest will not come to you. And then I get the Eight of Cups. This is somebody with his back to all of us, and he's looking out on the horizon like, what direction do I need to go to get the hell out of Dodge? That's kind of how this card's been reading for me lately. And then the last one I got was the Ten of Wands, which is being overburdened. Um, Everything just weighing you down. And I think a lot of people are feeling like that right now. They are so overwhelmed from all of the chaos. It was like if a lot of this stuff like this happened and it kind of got dealt with and resolved, and then this happened and it kind of, but that's not been their their mo. They've literally throw 10 things out at one time to see what's going to stick and what's going to get everybody all fired up about it, and it's been nonstop. And so we are at the point, I think, where people in general are at the breaking point, is what it feels like to me, especially with this overburden card. They are really, really, really not able to hold it together as a cohesive group because because of the fact that he's allowed them to all throw each other under the bus. uh, you got a lot of people whose only concern is me, myself, and I. You know, take care
yeah.
of the hell with everybody else. So that usually doesn't work out real well.
Mm-hmm. I get a lot of just money scrambling, you know. Everybody's trying to figure out how they can survive financially and with their resources and keep their law practices and not go in jail and all that. But I got Ace of Pentacles. So this is the Apocalypse deck. And it shows a lot of it's all about different gods and goddesses, but Ace of Pentacles here. So you've got, I mean, Pentacles are money and resources, but also I think they're trying to figure out, Aces are something new coming forth. So I think they're trying to figure out, okay, what's the new plan we're putting forward? And I feel like they have plans already in place. It's a matter of when do we press the go button and which plan exactly do we enact? And the fact that he keeps firing people, I think, is changing up the elements of the plans, because certain people you can fire and other people you may have a harder time with because they know things about you too. You know, so there's you've noticed he started firing a bunch of people. It's because he's smelling blood in the water. That's why he's trying to, you know, get things stirred up. So, and then the high priestess is what's crossing that. So that is all about using your intuition. Right now, they're trying to figure out who. They don't know what end is up, quite frankly. And all rats leave a sinking ship. They don't know who to trust. They don't know which plan to do. They're trying to figure out and position themselves and their money and their professions and their like everything. What's the best position for me? Do I leave the country? Am I going to end up in jail? Am I going to have lawsuits? Am I going to lose my law degree, you know, or law license, whatever? They're really trying to like figure out which end is up, and that's what's crossing this Ace of Pentacles, which is whatever new plan is going to be coming forth here. Right now is when they're trying to figure that out. But also got foundation. I got the Queen of Pentacles. So Queen of Pentacles, queens take care of themselves and anybody they care about. But also this is the, you know, great manifestation card, because Pentacles again, resources, earth, money, politics. If they're trying to figure out, you know, where do I fit into all of this and how am I going to take care of my own and how am I going to take care of me and my family and my political needs and my money and all of that. It's all about them trying to feather their own nest right now is the foundation of all of this. And right now they're like holding everything close, like, okay, they've got the information. There's blackmail on everybody. I got 4 of Cups. That's moving into the past because, again, all rats leave a sinking ship, and they all have blackmail on each other. So they're holding their information close right now. Yeah, and trying to create emotional stability where there may not be any. Then I got another Queen card, Queen of Swords. So, and this is crowning the whole thing. So again, Queen cards taking care of everybody, but this is the truth. This Queen wields her sword of truth, but let's not forget the sword of truth cuts both ways. So, do they release the files? Who else is in it? How are they connected to it? Are they going to go to jail too? You know, how much truth do they really want to bring out? You know, there's a lot there. Potential future coming out. The Prince, which is like the page in this case of Pentacles. So again, new energy moving forward. What's the plan? What are we going to do with our money? That's what's coming forth, is like they're trying to figure out what to do. They really don't know which end is up. And the oligarchs right now are scrambling. The external energy is the Fool. They're just like, all right, we got to do this, and they're trying to like jump out. They really don't know which end is up right now. They honestly don't. And yeah, and then 10 of Wands. Good grief. Look at this card. This says it all. Look, he's trying to pull that big old brick. And he's got all the fire around him.
Oh
So
yeah.
these guys are scrambling. They're scrambling. Are they going to try to use it? I'm going to use my dowsing rods, actually. Are they going to try to use this Jesus depiction as a way to take him out? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're setting him up. They're setting him up for it. They're all scrambling right now. This is like Survivor in
Oh
politics
yeah.
right now.
This is
Like
survivor mode.
who's gonna push the button and say they want to go home? Who's got what alliance? Where's my
Right.
money? Where's my? I mean, this is literally real life Survivor, honestly.
Well, and to
Yeah.
go along with that, the Five of Cups.
Mm-hmm.
They're stressed. They don't know which way to go. Then I get the
Yep.
Page of Swords.
Same
So
thing.
that's
We both got both of those.
both of those, and then it ended up with the Knight of Cups.
Yep.
Our knight in shining armor is not coming for us, people. We are the knight in shining armor.
The people
We've got
are.
to ride out and save ourselves. Ain't nobody coming to save us. Not this time. We are in. We are in over our heads, and we've always relied on some other situation, some other country, some other whatever, fill in the blank, that kind of shows up and snaps everybody together, and then we all, kumbaya. That ain't happening this go round.
No.
That is not happening this go round.
But you know
Um,
what? You know what? I think we really need to be aware of that. Our community will probably be aware of, but the rest of the country is going to be slow on the uptake. Is going to be all the gaslighting that happens. They're going to try to put it back on the people of. You guys just need to, for the good of the country, you guys just need to suck it up and let bygones be bygones. And that cannot happen, or this will repeat again. We have to
yeah,
absolutely go, absolutely not. We deserve some recompense, and the billionaires need to pay for it. And we absolutely need to stand firm in that. And also, I want laws to prevent this from ever happening again.
thank you. It's like I'm done with that. It's like, yeah, we need to
Yeah, stop
get
putting it
rid.
back on the people. And they're going to try.
I
They're going
mean,
to try.
they're spending money that
Oh,
they've like what, triple, quadruple the national debt in a year, with the amount of money that they have been spending, like just like
one
water going
third.
through a sieve. They're just throwing money left and right. But then they want to turn around and tell us, well, we can't afford health care. That costs too much money. Well, we can't afford livable wages. Are you crazy? How bad would the rich people get hit if they have to actually pay you the money you're worth for the job that
Mm.
you're doing? And
1/3 of the entire national debt is there because of Trump.
yeah,
5 years of Trump is responsible for 1/3 of the entire national debt. And yet,
exactly.
we're the problem. Feeding hungry people is the problem. Really? Really? But we don't ask questions like how much are these millions of dollars worth of bombs that are dropping on Iran that nobody wanted to go to, war with, that was
Yeah,
never sanctioned by Congress. Nobody's asking where that money's coming from. Nobody's asking how are we going to feed our military people? Have you seen the pictures they're releasing? They're putting all of the military people that are on the ships on rations. They're getting like a burrito to
yeah,
eat. That's it. They're having to go without food because they don't have resources and food and money. But the billionaires get the tax cuts, and people are losing their health care. People are losing their food stamps. People are losing their
yeah,
Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security. Well, they haven't lost Social Security yet, but they want to. They want to do that. All of that, but nobody asked the question, where are we getting the money for these bombs? Where are we getting the money for all of this military action? Where are we getting money for, nobody's asking that.
right. Exactly. It's like, okay, you can only stretch the rubber band so far before it breaks.
Well,
Just
and
like
why are
only
we the ones that have to suffer?
people
You
can
know?
only demand people to sacrifice so much before
Yep.
it breaks their back and they're not able to do anything. So
Mm-hmm.
it's really sad to watch when you think about it because it's like,
Mm-hmm.
wow. I mean, you would think that as many smart people that there are in this country and around the world, and as many people who have gobs and gobs of money, more than they will ever spend in their lifetimes, their children's lifetimes, their grandchildren's
Mm-hmm.
lifetimes. I mean, we got rich people now that don't have to even wipe their own ass. They can just sit
Yeah.
and let their money compound interest and make
Yep.
more money, and they don't have to do nothing.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, and somebody asked, where's the tariff money? The tariff money, one, we'll never see. It's an offshore account that's been fed to his political cronies and his family. We'll never see it. It's gone. It's gone.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, oh yeah, we've made so much money. Really? Okay. Well, then we should. I mean, one day of this war in Iran would pay for all of the food stamps. So, yeah, come on.
Yeah. I
Yeah, I
mean,
had a client at work. I work with people, or my clients are generally very wealthy that with what we sell at work, and we sell items that they can't always get right away, but they want, and they're luxury items that they want. They don't need these; they want them. And I had a guy today. This is my day off, and he writes my district manager because he hasn't been able to get this one item that he wants because of the demand. He hasn't been able to get it, and thinks that if he name drops who he is and that he invests in who our parent company is, that this is going to make a difference for him. And he wants to know what he can do to get this item that he wants, knowing that it's one, a very rare item, two, it's an extreme high demand. And, and
yeah,
he's pitching a fit. And the entire time I'm thinking, dude, people cannot eat.
yeah,
Literally,
yeah.
people cannot eat.
I mean,
And
the
you're
last
bitching
time
about a luxury item? Are you kidding me? And he
minimum
is
wage
so
in
incensed
Louisiana,
and upset.
yeah, it's like minimum wage in my state is $7.25 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
There is nowhere you can live in this state, nowhere where you can survive on $7.25 an hour.
No, no, you
Last
cannot.
time I went into the grocery store and I went to go pick up some bread, and just the regular honey wheat bread, not big
It's
fancy
$7
stuff.
here.
It's more expensive than minimum wage.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, you would have to work over an hour
This
just to
loaf
be
of
able
bread
to
is over
afford
an
a
hour
loaf of
of
bread.
work. This
Yeah,
loaf of bread. Yes.
yeah.
Yep. It's
And that's
insane.
one of the
That
things
is
that,
absolutely insane.
for those who believe in a lot of the end time sayings and beliefs from the Bible,
Yeah.
one of the big things that they put out is that you'll know you'll be close to the end when a day's wages will not even buy a loaf of bread. And so you froze. Judy's frozen. I'm eating something with sugar because, oh, Judy. And Judy's frozen good. Judy. Yeah, cat, very prophetic. Oh, she's out. She'll be back. All right, let's go to another question here. Um, and you're back. Yay. Okay.
My
I
phone
just
died.
I kind of figured that was probably it. Um, Rose Blue had a question. Will the proposed committee on the president's health get passed in Congress? Will it succeed in providing how unfit it is to be in office? Well, it could definitely set some standards for just how healthy someone needs to be to hold that seat. Um, and you could certainly hold up Donnie Boy there and say, "This is not it."
Well, that's what I was talking about earlier about them trying to get that through, but there's no way it's going to pass both. And also, if it does, F-45 would just veto it. So
And especially
there's
you
no way
look
it's
at
going to
Congress and the Senate, and half the people in Congress
pass.
and Senate are so out of shape themselves that
Oh, come on, yeah. I mean, they're also literally dying off, and they're sick. And I mean, look at McConnell. Why is he still there? Like, you know, yeah.
yeah,
We that needs to be part of the reform. Is there one? There should be an age limit. They should age out, and there should be, they shouldn't be in there so long either. So, um, Aaron, the
so do we
hairstylist,
already
we don't
do
have
this?
universal care, education, the taxes we pay all our lives. We need more. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, we do. And now there's a lot of the countries are up in arms. Ireland is one. Italy is one. A big part of it is all this immigration stuff because a lot of the Americans are leaving, and now they're getting a taste of their own medicine because nobody wants us either.
Yeah.
Like, now what do we do to, for our own immigration to get them out?
Well,
Scotland
yeah, you
too.
have a lot of other countries that really aren't in a
There,
position to take
and
on these
that was
refugees.
at one point. I was going to Scotland.
Um,
No, no, and there's so much now. Um, there are officially 2 countries that have entered famine, and 4 total. Well, 2 others that are in danger of it this year. Of that are officially listed as in famine. So yeah, I mean, and it's getting worse. And with this whole trade thing, it's putting scarcity at risk and economics at risk globally. And I mean, F-45 is not making any friends. He's doing damage to his buddies with the money and the politics. And so pretty soon he's going to have to either leave the country or take a dirt nap, one or the
yeah.
other.
Let's see. Old Windwalker had.
Yeah, Aaron says we need real reform. Yeah, we do.
So, what do you see with the boundary? Yeah, I don't even know anything about this. So, what do you see for the boundary waters canoe area now?
Oh, they
This
did
was
ever
some
since
budget.
45's first term. They've rolled back any kind of environmental anything. So
Yeah,
they're getting rid of all environmental everything. They did in his first term. That's one of the first things he did. Uh, and as soon as they're out and the Democrats are in, we'll start to rectify a lot of that. But for right now, anything that can be removed, they're gonna take away. It will
mm-hmm.
be rectified, but take a little bit.
It's not going to happen overnight. Unexpected results.
Mm.
Worldwide Earth. You think? And methinks
Mm.
Mother Nature is not very happy. Prepare and stock
No.
up. This one keeps coming out over and over and over again. Um,
Yeah. That's come out a few times for you.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, okay, guys, like I said, buckle up, Buttercup. It's getting ready to get rough.
Yeah. Let's see. Cat the Wildcat Wrangler says, Michelle, wait till the orange turd needs to be carried to the podium. He will be driving a golf cart. Oh, God. Yeah, well, he already has to. He needs, he goes into the helicopter because there's not as many stairs, or he'll go in, the back side of the plane because it's shorter ramp, that kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah, once again, I got the same card, different deck, but same cards. Ace of Wands. There's a new plan. The new planet foot involving the King of Pentacles, F45, and the oligarchs. There's a new plan. And again, once again, Queen of Pentacles, like all these same cards, doesn't matter what deck I use. It's all about money. It's all about money and resources and the
I don't understand how these people who push for this stuff, where do they think they're going to be able to breathe and drink water if they continue to kill off everything on this planet that provides air and water?
They're building bunkers. There's apparently a whole bunch of them that are starting to build bunkers under New Zealand, I guess.
Again, yeah, that's been,
yeah.
I've heard on quite a few times in the last.
Yeah, well, it takes a while to build them. It's an island, so you got to go under the ocean. But yeah, they're wealthy. It's not their concern. Why do you think Muskrat wants to go to the moon and go to Mars and all that? They want to try to colonize other planets because they know they're ruining this one. They don't care. They've got the money to escape in a little escape pod. They're fine. They don't care if we burn.
Yeah, and I can't get over the fact of, what part of breathable air doesn't apply to you? Because if the air is unbreathable, that's all of us, including the rich people.
Well, that's why they're making escape plans.
Yeah,
they just
this is
also
true.
Most of them know that they're going to die soon, and they don't care. That's somebody else's
in
problem.
one way, shape,
They're
or another.
also
Anyway.
self-absorbed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all 80s, 90s. They're going to kick it off soon. So they what do they care? Doesn't concern them. It's like Melania and her jacket. I don't care. Do you? They don't care. They literally do not care. And why people think they do care, I don't understand. Yeah, Aaron the hairstylist says corporations don't care. They profit either way. It's all about money. Yep.
I know when I went to, before I went to the doctor's office, I had to go get some last minute blood work done at the clinic where I go, and there's no place to park like around it. You have to pull into their power tower parking that they have. And it's already hard enough when you're in a big vehicle to find a parking space in a parking garage. I must have passed a good dozen vehicles parked right over the line so that they're taking up 2 full spots. And it's like, that's what ticks me off. It's like, number one, you're not hauling 50 plus people to this town hall. I can guarantee you that. And number two, it's again, it's like why do you not understand that certain boundaries with this kind of thing it's not going to matter what side you're on because it's going to affect everybody, not one side over another.
Well, regrettably, it's until they hurt bad enough, it doesn't matter. They have to hurt bad enough. Yeah. Until, so many of the Republicans are dirt poor. Until they can't get food, until they can't fill their car with gas, until they can't get the health care, until they can't get their food stamps, until they can't get all of their resources. And there's nobody to blame but Republicans because they control the entire Congress and the presidency. And even then, they're not waking up. So many of them are, they're so in a cult, they can't see, reality. They cannot see that sort of truth. But some will wake up, but, I still think a lot of them will be like, oh, well, we just won't vote for Trump again, but we'll still vote Republican for everybody else. I mean, they still don't get it, that the entire Congress is complicit.
Yeah. Well, and it's like when Kamala Harris did that first interview after all of the debacle of the elections and everything, she finally came out and did her first interview to go along with her book that she just wrote. And she was on with Stephen Colbert. And he was saying to her, it's amazing how explicit your warnings were against what he was going to do, because so far everything you've said has come true. And he was like, what do you see going forward? Well, first things first, it was like my mother was just getting over a bad cold. So that thought went right out of my head. Just getting over a really bad cold. So were you going to, no, damn it, it went right out my brain. So we're just going to back up and go the other way.
Yeah, it's,
this
that's
is
just
often
it. When
that
they
happens.
can't
Now
get
it's
themselves-
part of it's right there and I can't get past it.
As soon as we end the show, it'll come right back.
Yeah, absolutely. Or as I'm getting ready for bed, it'll be, damn it, that's what I was trying to say. It really pisses me off when that happens.
Happens to me all the time.
And it happens a lot.
Yes.
But
yeah, until people have to figure out how they're going to feed their children and how they're going to take care of their parents, and they can't even take care of themselves on top of
because
it. And
so
we're starting to
many
live
of the Red Hat crew,
multi-generationally like other countries.
Yeah, so many of the Red Hat crew, they're the ones that are really starting to hurt. No SNAP benefits, no Medicaid, no this, no that, and they want, they walk around and want to bitch and complain about it. And I'm like, well, who did you vote for? I voted for Trump. I'm like, then why are you bitching? You're getting exactly what he told you he was going to do.
Literally what you voted for.
He literally
I had somebody
spelled it out. This is what he was going to do. So why are you complaining?
That is she's super nice person. But I know that, she's very, very conservative Catholic, the whole thing. And I know she voted for F-45, and she's like, what is going on? Oh my gosh, this is so, all these things, where did this come from? And I said, this is exactly, and without spelling out, you voted for this. I went around and said, but this is exactly what he said he was going to do. Anybody who voted for him, this is literally what they voted for. And she's like, what?
That was on his campaign promises.
This is exactly what he said he was going to do. So there is no surprise here unless you just weren't paying attention. And she's like, but I don't remember that. I'm like, then you weren't paying attention.
because he talked about it ad nauseum, day in and day out.
Yep.
That's what he was going to do. It's like,
there is no surprise here. This is exactly what he said he was going to do. And she's like, really? And I said, yeah. Yep. Got to listen to something other than Fox News.
Yeah.
or News Nation.
Or at least listen with your full attention when he starts
Mm.
telling you what he's going to do.
Well, and those same people are like, oh, it's just too much. I just can't. I have to tune out the news. I just can't. Which I get to a degree, but the ones that vote for him and do that, I have no tolerance for.
Yeah.
And then complain about it. I'm like, yeah, no, you voted for this. You of all people, you should be paying attention. So yeah. Anyway, well, we've been an hour and a half.
Yeah, I'm starting to crash out on you.
Starting to fade. Yeah, you're 10:30
Getting
and
wall-eyed here.
We both have to work in the morning. So for that,
Yeah, I gotta
thank
get
you
up at 5
everybody
a.m.
for being here.
Joy. At least tomorrow's a half day.
Oh, that's
Means
nice.
I get home
For you.
around 1. I get home around 1.
Well, please like
And then
and share and subscribe.
I'm going to be
Jackie.
on Bobby's channel at 2. Wild Raven Tarot, I'm going to be on his channel at 2 Central Time tomorrow. And then I think I'll be doing backstage for Colleen and then backstage for Arthur.
Oh,
and
nice.
somewhere in there, I got to finish trying to do my taxes.
Very cool. Well,
I found a new service that guarantees that it's free. So
good luck with that.
I'm like trying to plug in the numbers and let them do their thing. What gets me is some of the questions they ask us, like, it doesn't fit any of your options.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, and you don't have an other explain below.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of irritating.
I don't
well,
trust
thank you, my
myself
dear.
to be able to figure it out.
Sorry, I forgot to get this ready earlier. I could have sworn I had it done. I'm like, what did I do with the weekend?
No worries. We got here. Thank you, everybody, for being here, and thank you for all of your support.
Next Thursday will be Golden Girls, and I'll be the host.
Remember, I'm going to be out of town, so I won't be there.
It'll be me and Judie again the Thursday after that, and it'll be her turn to host. So, or are you going to be gone then?
Oh, after that. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll work it out.
All right.
Just check out the channels. We post our schedules. So
we'll get it out.
Yep. You'll find out.
It's all good.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. Bye, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Weekend. We're getting ready. It's Friday, almost going into the weekend. Hallelujah. I need it. All right. Bye, y'all.